For centuries, our moon has been described as a barren, silent celestial body, Earth's lonely, desolate natural satellite. But what if that familiar, dusty exterior is just a shell? What if the moon is not a natural satellite, but a gigantic, hollow, artificial construct? A former CIA employee has disclosed shocking information. Inside the moon, a civilization with 250 million inhabitants might be residing. Sounds absurd and hard to believe. We cannot verify the accuracy of this figure. But we are compelled to examine the top-secret information that has been revealed over the decades, provided by renowned witnesses. Could the anomalies surrounding the moon, from strange materials to sudden cut-offs in radio signals, truly suggest that a massive life force is operating deep within the moon? This is not science fiction. The foundation of this bold idea was laid in 1970 by two members of the Soviet Academy of Sciences, Mikhail Vasin and Alexander Sherbakov. In the Soviet magazine Sputnik, they published the groundbreaking paper, "Is the Moon the Creation of Alien Intelligence?" Their main argument was the Spaceship Moon theory. They contended that the moon was intentionally hollowed out using a technology superior to anything known to humankind. They speculated that gigantic machines were used to melt rock, creating massive internal cavities. The waste material was then ejected and sprayed onto the surface, forming a dense, metal-hard, protective outer hull, a specially designed composite shell. The bold hypothesis of a hollow, artificial moon is the only explanation that fits the most shocking claim leaked from the intelligence community, that its internal structure is currently serving as an unprecedented habitat. If the moon is an artificial structure, we should find physical evidence of intelligent manipulation, and we do. The Spaceship Moon theory gains staggering traction from the analysis of the lunar soil itself. Scientists have detected elements on the moon that are extremely rare or non-existent in their natural state on Earth or in natural celestial bodies. Specifically, the presence of processed metals that should not exist in nature. Foremost among these are uranium-236 and neptunium-237. Uranium-236 is a radioactive nuclear waste product, found only in spent and reprocessed uranium. It does not occur naturally. Similarly, neptunium-237 is a radioactive metallic element that occurs solely as a byproduct in nuclear reactors used to produce plutonium. Their presence strongly suggests that materials have been intentionally utilized, refined, or disposed of by intelligent entities within the moon's shell. Furthermore, the physical behavior of the moon strongly supports the hollow theory. Seismic data collected by Apollo missions revealed a profound mystery about the moon's density. The mass is disproportionately concentrated at its surface. More famously, when seismic waves were deliberately generated, such as when crashing lunar modules, the moon didn't vibrate like a solid sphere, it rang like a bell for hours, indicating a metallic, hollow internal structure rather than a dense, solid core. Adding to the mystery of how 250 million entities could be housed, data from probes like the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter has identified numerous lava tubes and vast, unexplored caves beneath the lunar surface. While some are natural, many others are so geometrically perfect and expansive that they fuel the idea of enormous, megastructures just beneath the outer crust. These structures would be the ideal environment for a protected civilization of the scale claimed by Lear. The U.S. government's own military programs have already confirmed that the moon is not empty, it is occupied. The Clementine mission, a joint space project between NASA and the Ballistic Missile Defense Organization, BMDO, was publicly tasked with mapping water ice deposits. However, Dr. John Brandenburg, the mission's deputy director, would later disclose its true, clandestine purpose. Dr. Brandenburg confirmed that Clementine's primary mission was photographic reconnaissance, specifically to check whether there was anyone building a base on the moon. The space defense community was actively concerned about unknown entities utilizing the moon as a strategic outpost right next to Earth. Brandenburg's disclosure included staggering photographic evidence. Among all the lunar images he reviewed, the most impactful was a photograph revealing a massive, man-made structure, a linear lattice-type complex stretching for several miles. He stated emphatically, as someone who worked in space defense, I can tell you there is no way we could build a structure like that. That means someone else is there. This official reconnaissance mission, born out of military necessity, essentially provided pictorial confirmation of vast, unnatural structures. The possibility of extraterrestrial construction projects on our doorstep was no longer theoretical, it was a strategic concern. The evidence from Clementine, though officially suppressed, validates the need for the kind of megastructures capable of housing a population in the hundreds of millions. The military wasn't just looking for water, they were searching for the residents of an unknown civilization. The most compelling, human proof of the lunar civilization comes from the most historical moment in human exploration, the Apollo 11 landing on July 20, 1969. The infamous 34-second communication blackout between Apollo 11 and Mission Control in Houston has been heavily debated. Leaked transcripts and later confirmation suggest the reason was the shocking visual encounter of the astronauts themselves. According to later testimony, astronaut Neil Armstrong transmitted a desperate, astonished message: "These babies are huge, sir. Enormous. I'm telling you there are other spacecraft out there. They're lined up on the far side of the crater rim. They're watching us." His colleague, Buzz Aldrin, reportedly confirmed seeing large vehicles parked around the crater rim of the Sea of Tranquility. Both men were allegedly being monitored by colossal, silent vehicles, the exact kind of craft one would expect to be deployed from a massive, hidden civilization. The public never heard these astonishing exclamations. NASA and military censors immediately cut the feed and listed the encounter as top secret. Dr. Bob Dean, a retired U.S. Army Command Sergeant Major who worked at NATO's Supreme Headquarters, later revealed that over 40 rolls of film and thousands of individual photos from the Apollo missions were either destroyed or suppressed to prevent social and political upheaval. Years later, in 1997, Armstrong was quoted in a private meeting saying, "We were warned off. We were told there were cities and vessels on the moon. I can only say that their craft were far superior and very large." The Apollo mission confirms the infiltration. The moon is not only inhabited, but the residents are technologically superior and demanded our retreat. This evidence sets the stage for the final, staggering revelation. The final piece of the puzzle, the key to understanding the sheer scale of the operation, is the testimony of Don Lear. A highly credible and experienced former CIA pilot, Lear risked his career and life to confirm what the scientific and historical evidence suggested. Lear asserted that, based on his intelligence contacts and research, there are currently 250 million non-human citizens residing within the moon. He described these lunar citizens as various types of extraterrestrials, including the Greys, who are allegedly an intelligent species responsible for various abduction and genetic testing programs on Earth. He firmly believes these entities live and work in vast, underground laboratories and megastructures, the same type of structures confirmed by the Clementine mission. Furthermore, Lear explained why we cannot see any entry points or cities. He theorized that the massive interior structures are being hidden from our view by an advanced three-dimensional holographic image or some other superior alien technology projected onto the surface. The combination of the initial Soviet hypothesis, the physical evidence of processed metals, the military's own reconnaissance missions confirming bases, the fearful retreat of the Apollo crew, and finally, Lear's dramatic claim of a quarter-billion-strong population, paints a clear and terrifying picture. The moon is not a barren rock. It is a strategically occupied, artificially constructed world, a massive, hidden civilization operating in silence, right above our heads. The final question remains: if 250 million non-human entities reside on our doorstep, what is their mandate for humanity, and why is their existence the most protected secret in cosmic history? Thank you for watching. If you want, you can subscribe to catch the next videos. Or, if you have more time, you can watch other videos on the channel.